Okay. Hey guys, it's Landon. A lot of my friends have been wanting me to do a vlog. Is that what you call it?
A vlog.
Blog. I'm gonna call it vlog because that's what it is. So I've really been brainstorming on like topics and stuff, but I really at first don't know what to talk about at all. Honestly, I have no fucking idea, and that's just me being blunt. But my fiance, obviously y'all see that I'm engaged. This is my fiance, Braylon. But, see, I told you I get phone calls all the time. I don't know who they are.
Focus.
Sorry, guys. I'm a little tired. I've had a long day. But she thought that it would be a good idea to start off with basically like my coming out story, or when I knew I was transgender. Or, well, I knew who I really truly was supposed to be growing up. So, a little backlash of my story is I grew up Christian, independent fundamentalist Baptist at that. The worst kind. I'm not bashing any religion, let me just make that clear, but I grew up in a small town in Putnam County where everybody knew your business. Being gay wasn't the cool thing, or being different wasn't the cool thing. There was a lot of hatred towards people that were different. I started off young knowing I was really different. Instead of saying, what a girl would have, I would say, oh, I have a pee-pee. And my mom and my dad would just look at me and be like, no, you have the other. And I'd be like, no, pee-pee. And of course, y'all know I have a twin sister. She's lesbian. My parents got both of us, It was great. Awesome. My parents aren't supportive. Y'all know that as well. Actually, I kicked out when I was 16 because of it. Yeah, that sucked. But it's okay, because it does get better. Right? I'm not blessed with supportive parents or anything, but I do have an adopted family that supports me 110%. I have a fiance that supports me. I have an identical twin sister that supports me. So the backlash is of that all what I just said was, I knew when I was really young that I was different, and at first I did come out as lesbian because I felt like that would be easier for me to, kind of express myself, because I dressed masculine, I cut all my hair off, and I used to have really long hair because I had to. She's staring at me. I could see her doing it. But I had to be someone that I didn't want to be growing up. I had long hair, I wasn't allowed to date. And if I did, I had to court, and it was a guy, which I identify pansexual, so that isn't what bothered me. What bothered me was the long hair, the skirts. I was in the wrong body, but I had to be this person that basically destroyed me. I didn't like it. I didn't fit in. I was athletic, and I had to be someone I didn't want to be. Same thing with my twin sister. We both knew we were different. We knew. And we had to be... The only way I know how to put it is I was brainwashed. And I know that sounds horrible, but the way that I was raised, I wasn't supposed to like gays, transgenders, anything other than what I was supposed to be, which was girl, Christian, the kind of Christian that I was raised. I'm not saying all Christianity is bad. The norm, Little House on the Prairie stuff. That's the only way, like, how would you say it? Like, she knows my story, so I don't even know how to like.
I think they had certain. It almost reminds me very much of the Mormon faith. They have very strict rules on how, for etiquette when it comes to, especially women specifically, and how they're supposed to act, even dress, and how they're even supposed to conduct themselves around others and around males. So that's kind of what it reminds me of. Just basically very...
We're very conservative, too.
Yeah.
Very conservative. My father still is, and my mother still is. They believe, like, the woman's supposed to be in the kitchen and clean and not work. I'm totally against that. Obviously, I am a feminist myself, as a male. She's a feminist. We go good together. I believe in women's rights. Hell, I believe in all rights for everyone.
How?
So, yeah. I first came out to my Mama Omni, of course I came to my twin sister first, and I told her because I was scared. I was terrified because I prayed to God that He would change me because I felt like something was wrong with me. I told her this all the time. Like, I used to pray all the time. I would go down to the altar and cry my eyes out that God would change me because I wanted to be everything that my parents wanted me to be. At that time, I wanted something to fill the void of the disappointment I knew that I was setting in with them. And when I came out to my sister, funny story, she looked at me because she was in the church as much as I was, and she looked at me and said, "You're going to hell." I'm not lying. She'll tell you she said it. She did, because she'll be in my podcast too, but she's obviously not here. She's at home, resting for work. But she actually looked at me and told me she was going to hell. I was going to hell. Sorry. And I just looked at her, and I cried my eyes out because the one person that I wanted to support me and love me no matter what just looked at me and told me I was going to hell. Because that's how we were raised. We were told that gay people and anything other than what the kind we were went to hell. Regardless of who you were, she would be going to hell too. But, but then 2 months later, Zena came to me and said, Bubba, I've always been called Bubba. That was another thing that kind of secured it for me. She said, Bubba, she's like, I think I'm gay. And I was like, bitch, I already knew. Like, I knew the whole time. Like, it was obvious. So, first I came out lesbian because, again, I went back and forth into the closet so damn much because of how I was raised and how I was scared. I was terrified because I went through physical altercations with my parents. Like, she knows too. Like, I got in physical fights with my parents because they did not want it. And I started going in and out I started coming in and out of the closet around when I was 11. But I kept fighting it, praying that, it would change.
You kept trying to conform.
I kept trying to conform into what they wanted me to be. And I couldn't do it anymore. Like, I've attempted to take my own life. She knows that too. Because it was so hard for me to just, try to be everything that they wanted me to be. And I just couldn't fucking do it anymore. I just got done with it. Like, it was just like something in me, I tell her all the time, Mama Omni, when I was 11, that's when I met her. We went to church together, and I told her, I was like, I need to tell you something. I was like, but I don't need you to freak out, because we went to the same church and everything, and I was like, I think I'm gay. And she was like, don't tell anyone, but I'm bisexual, so shh. So that helped some. And then I got a little older, and I was probably like 16, 17. I got a little older, and it was like something was missing. I was like, I would look down at my chest, and I'd be like, this is not me. What is going on? Like, people would call me by my birth name, and it still would make me sick to my stomach. Like, I didn't like it. I was like, this is not me. But when someone would say Bubba or he, I'd just be like, oh yeah, that's me. But at the same time, I didn't want people to think that I was a joke. Because at one time, we talk about this all the time. Yeah. At one time, the trans community was not spoken of. Like, it was happening, but a lot of people thought that, that person wants to be a boy today, but they want to be a lesbian the next day. That wasn't the case for me at all. Like, at all. Like, a lot of people thought, like, the ones that I told, they thought, and I was like, no, listen, like, this is legit, like, happening to me. Like, I'm in the wrong body. I feel like I'm supposed to be a male, and I hate that I have to wake up and I see my chest every day. I don't want this. I don't want this feminine voice. I don't want my ID to say my birth name, all this kind of stuff. And yeah, I did wait a good while to get on hormones. I got on hormones when I was, like, last year. Because you have to be mentally ready. Like, and mentally I wasn't. I was dealing with my depression and my anxiety. I was dealing with a lot of shit. She was around for that. She knew what I was going through. I was with toxic people in my life. That's all I'll say. I won't be disrespectful because that's not what I'm going to do. I shall just be quiet about it. But I was dealing with toxic people in my life. Like, there were good people in my life. There's still good people in my life. But I was in a bad spot. Actually, the day that I was supposed to get my hormones originally, I did not go because I was struggling with some stuff. And, I won't sit here and say that I'm perfect because I'm not. And I've done a lot of things I regret. And I have scars to prove them. We all have a story. And I'll share that another time. But I did not get on hormones that year. Was it that year? No. Yeah. That year I did not get on hormones. But the year after, I had my first T appointment. And I got my first T shot. And I've been a year and a half almost on T now. But back to the story. I knew it probably started like 17, 18. Because it all just came together. Like, my ex-girlfriend used to call me Michael before I started going by Landon Michael. My first not my first girlfriend. My first girlfriend that I told that I was transgender. Her name was Laura, and she called me Michael. And we can talk about this. She understands. Like, she knows. She's very understanding. But, see what I mean? There was another friend request. All these people keep trying to have me, and I don't know who they are. Whatever. Sorry. I am a squirrel. I'm ADHD. Sorry, guys. But, yeah, she called me Michael, and it felt good, and it made me feel good. And I always talked about being on hormones, but I never could do it. Because I wasn't mentally ready. I did a lot of bad things. I used to be a very shitty person. And I'll be the first to admit it. But with me being on hormones, you have to be mentally prepared. This is the whole point in this video that I'm rambling on. Which my first one was probably going to suck, and it probably is going to suck, but y'all get my point. But the backlash of it is why I'm going with my story is I have some friends that are struggling right now with their identity. And I want people to understand that you learn who you are every single day. Like, I swore off men. Did I not? I swore off men, but I have realized, and I know a lot of people here, once you start hormones, oh my god, you might fall in love with a guy. If you do, so fucking what? So fucking what? It happens. Everything changes about you on hormones. Not just your face and your arms and your body, more hair, your attitude. Everything changes. I said, ew, men, gross, grody, nasty. I'm attracted to men.
That probably had a lot to do with the fact that you were trying to...
And I was trying to
put yourself in the lesbian box.
Yeah, and I was trying to put myself in a lesbian box. Because that's what I felt like I should have done. And she knows I identify pansexual. I could be with a man. I do not look at parts. I look at hearts. Obviously, I'm spoken for. But I like men and women. I love a person. Just like her. Obviously, she's a woman. That's what she identifies as. But I fell in love with her heart. Because she's a beautiful soul. It doesn't change anything. Even if she was a man, I'd probably fall in love with her. Even if she was a man. It happens. And, again, moral of the story. You find out who you are every single day. I'm still finding out who I am. Like, I used to be a very emotional person. Now, I don't really cry at all. My temper is completely different. My Bubba just commented on my post. Told you would. Told you.
I know. Right?
Sorry, guys. ADHD. But, the whole point, again, God, I gotta stop doing this. I gotta do better. I really gotta do better at this. The whole point is...
Do you want to start it, or you want me to direct you?
Yes, direct me again, please. Okay, we're not. But...
No, I said, do you want to start the video over and
I'll
direct you?
No, we got this. I'm almost done.
Okay.
It's been almost 20 minutes. I'm doing good. I'm on a limit. I'm going to try 30 tops.
Okay.
But, anyways, see, now I forgot what I was saying.
You were talking about backlash, baby, and just how...
Oh. Got it now. See, this is why I love her. She just finishes my sentences, what I'm trying, or trails me back on. But, you find out who you are every single day. She's finding out who she is. Like, I never knew she was pansexual. Because, okay, when we met, she was engaged. She was engaged to a cis male. And if any of y'all don't know what cis is, it's a biologically born male. Some people don't, baby. I'm just helping out the community here.
I understand.
But she was engaged. I had no idea she had a girlfriend before. I found out new things about her. I had no fucking idea. And funny thing is, we worked together. And I used to think she was cute, but I never said anything to her. Like, we had our moments, but I didn't know. But moral of the story is, you find out who you are every day. I'm still finding out who I am. Like, this whole year for me has been changing for sure. I've had ups, I've had downs, I've had really lows and really highs. And to look back at pictures of what I used to look like and see myself now, I feel great. It's shocking for me. The videos I watch of my voice and I hear my voice now, I'm just like, holy fuck, that's me? And babe's like, yeah, that's you. That's you. And, I've lost people in the process. I've lost people that I used to once really care about. She knows that, dude. She's been here through it. I lost my family. I only have my twin sister. I don't have a mother and father that support me, except my adopted parents, which I'm thankful for. I'm not bashing y'all either. I love y'all. Y'all got my heart. But I don't have biologically family. I don't have, the mother that's supposed to love you unconditionally. Or the father. she has a supportive family that loves her, and I'm glad that I have a part of that now. That I have her family, even though I haven't told them anything, but we will soon. We will. That's gonna happen. Yeah. But you just gotta be thankful for what you have, because if I didn't have my twin sister, I don't know where I would be, because she supports me 110%. Besides her and my adopted family, and my best friend, but blood doesn't make family. It doesn't. And I have friends on here that support me and love me. I have my best friend Shanna, that I've been best friends since I was 13 years old. 12, it was either 12 or 13. MySpace days, and I have Bubba Britt. He's phenomenal. We support each other. We always have each other's back. And I have so many journeys to come my way. Like,
the point is, I think that as you come into your own more, you'll start to be able to surround yourself with the people that you're supposed to be surrounded with.
And you'll know who's meant to be in your life.
Yeah.
Because the ones that aren't here now, I understand why they're not. I'm still thankful they were there when they were. I'm not going to bash them. I'm so much better than that. Even though, sometimes I get aggravated. But I don't do that. Because you got to be thankful for what you have and where you are. And I'm thankful where I'm at now. So, but the whole point in this was you find out who you are every single day. Am I right?
Absolutely.
Every single day. And it gets hard some days. Some days I get confused. Because I'm like, damn, Landon, what's going on? So if anyone gets mad at me for saying that, I'm sorry. I know some of my teachers are on here, and I know you're gonna watch it. Sorry, Miss Carey. Sorry, Miss Miss. But I think, I've come a long way, and I'm proud, as I should be. Be proud of who you are. Even if you don't know what you are, don't label yourself. You don't have to be a gender. You don't have to identify as whatever. Just say, I'm Landon, nice to meet you. Most times when I introduce myself to people, which rarely happens, but when I do, they would never known that I was born a female. None of them. The only way they look is my ID. But with my mustache and stuff, I don't get ID'd really anymore, unless I get alcohol. But it's okay. You don't have to identify as anything. You can be who you want to be. Fuck the rest. I know I should be taught more proper, but this is me. This is Landon. I'm real. Like, I cuss a lot. So, and if you don't like it, you don't have to watch it. But just be true to yourself. I will help anyone I can in any way, form possible. You ask her, I always try to help everyone. If they need me, I'm there. So if you need to talk, vent, you're feeling suicidal, you feel like giving up, you can talk to me. You can write her on Instagram. She doesn't have Facebook, but you can write her on Instagram. You'll find her on my stuff, obviously. But we always are here. We want to help. We want to be here for people. So I feel like, be who you want to be. Fuck the rest. Fuck everything else. If you want to be non-binary, you want to be genderqueer.
It's also 100% okay to give yourself time to figure it out.
Mm-hmm.
It's okay as you start to come more into your own, for you to just give into it and allow yourself to really explore exactly who you are. And it's okay to give yourself that time to figure it out. You don't necessarily have to appease everyone else by labeling yourself or boxing yourself in.
You're exactly right. You don't have to, mark a box on what gender you are.
Exactly.
Just be who you are and don't be ashamed, because once you get to that spot where you don't care what people think, you'll be so much happier. So much happier, I promise you. Because That's what happened with me. And you see me now. I can't even believe... I, honest to God, didn't think I would make it past 16. And my birthday is in 2 weeks, and I'll be 26 years old.
Woot woot.
So, again, if anyone's feeling any type of way, like suicidal, just need to talk. I don't give a damn what time it is. You ask her.
Yeah.
I pick up my phone at 3 o'clock in the morning, even though I need to be asleep. Or 3 o'clock I'm at work. But I will still pick up my phone and listen, because that's who I am. I listen to whatever anyone has to say, what they're feeling, anything. Anything at all. Hit me up. I'll give you my phone number. You can excuse me, Mountain Dew. God. You can text me. You can call me. She understands. Text me, call me, message me. Shit, FaceTime me. Video chat me. Just don't be weird. But I'll answer. It's just who I am. I want to help any way I can. If you need help with getting a binder or, just anything, like, whatever it is.
If you have questions about T appointments, if you have questions about top surgery, hysterectomies, if you have questions, just about how to get started with everything, or just questions in general about...
Sorry, guys. That was lame. That was my puppy. But if you have any questions about, like, top surgery, hysterectomy, I've had one. Phenomenal. Now it's top surgery next. We hear, in probably like a couple weeks. I'm right now in therapy to get my therapy letter. And she has to meet, my wifey. Not yet. She's not my wife yet. But I'm still going to call her my wifey. And I should have my letter within 2 more visits. And then I can send it to my insurance and find out in, 14 days or so. And then I'm waiting on name change. And it's published, so now we're just waiting for the court date.
Yeah, buddy.
So if anyone has any questions about that, and going to appointments, or if you want to go to an appointment with me, you can come with me and you can see what I go through. Every time I go to a T appointment, she goes with me. So, blood work, stuff you don't want to happen, it happens. It has to happen. They have to make sure you're okay. And my doctor is phenomenal. Hell, all my doctors I've went to have been great. Dr. Marshall is awesome. Asperu, my hysterectomy, he was fabulous. He is part of the LGBTQ. Quite literally, he saw her eyelashes and was like, "Girl, your eyelashes look good." She goes, "Yeah, they're mine." Because she has really long eyelashes. And the hospital that had my hysterectomy, Northside in Atlanta, was great. They called me he. None of them called me she. They put on the board in bold letters, Landon. Because my doctor did not play at all. He does not play about, rude people. But if he questions about hysterectomy, top surgery, I'll refer you to my doctor. And I appreciate the other trans guys that have been coming to me, helping me out. Shout out to y'all. Ashton O'Malley. I don't think he's on my Facebook. I don't know. But shout out to him. He got me with my top surgery person. EJ Asperu, my doctor got me him. Got me him. Didn't he? Mm-hmm. Yeah. She did. But, she referred me to him. My therapist is amazing. She's the shit. Like, Dr. Morgan, because if any of y'all have to go to therapy, go to her. Because she's the fucking shit. And the receptionist there, she's the fucking shit too. She's so sweet. Me and her are going to party soon. Because my birthday's in 2 weeks. And her daughter's birthday is a day after mine. And she's turning 26 just like me. But yes, I think I've done enough talking. Because babe just keeps giving me a look. It's time for our bedtime. She has to open. And I have to work night shift tomorrow, so I kind of got to get some sleep. But I'm going to be doing these more regularly because she thinks I should, and a lot of my friends think I should. I'm going to get, my best friend to help me too. And I think I'm going to put my godson in some of them because he's at that age where he's understanding stuff. And he calls me he all the time, my Uncle Landon. So, because he can't say L's yet. But I'm his Uncle Landon, and he understands it. So I'll be with my best friend in a couple weeks, hopefully. And then I'll have her in it. And then my friend Bradley lives in Savannah. So whenever I go to Savannah, we're going to talk about some topics about, gay men and lesbians not understanding trans people, because it is a thing. It's happening to me right now, but we're not gonna talk about it because I gotta make this short because this is the beginning one. That's for another day, probably on a weekend when I don't have to work because I'll be tired and you can't see these Gucci vests. But that's probably gonna be the next topic. I think is gay men and lesbians not understanding transgender people, because we are people. We're just like everyone else. You wouldn't know that I was born a female if you didn't know me. But I'm not anymore. I'm a dude. I'm Landon. And this is Braylon. And I don't know what I'm going to name this thing, but we'll figure it out. Save it for another day. But y'all have a good night. And we are going to bed because she has to get up at 5. She's going to kill me. I'll make her coffee. It's okay. I made her dinner. Y'all have a good night again. And I'm going to upload this. And if you want to watch it, you can. I'm going to put it on YouTube. That's where I'm putting all the videos. Because I'm starting vlogs. Because it's just a good idea. But, again, good night. Any questions? Want to talk? Inbox me. Just hit that button. Good night, guys.